Do all virgins think the same? What better way to celebrate your winter holidays than finding out if all virgins think the same with a new Jubilee Spectrum video that we're gonna watch. And I myself, as a former virgin, will be able to assess what are the thoughts of the virgins this Christmas.
Especially when like older male virgins get ridiculed. It's like, why aren't you like, having a girlfriend or something? Why aren't you getting married soon? Or, oh, you're an incel then, right?
We did talk about the incel culture like several months ago. Okay, a nice variety of virgins, I would say.
Oral sex counts as losing your
No.
virginity. 3, 2.
I very much disagree with that one. Whoa. People actually agree with that?
I mean, I believe that we call it oral sex for a reason because you get the same benefits from somebody's mouth as you would from vaginal intercourse. So it is sex.
I think I agree with that because it's like growing up, that's what sex is. It's right. It's the full, like the whole thing. But that makes sense because you're getting to the same end goal. So I'm gonna go here.
Well, hearing you all
What?
say that, it makes me rethink, kind of. I've just always assumed it's just penetration.
Yeah, that's
But
what I
true.
thought too.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, like losing my virginity means like receiving it through my back end, if you all know what I'm saying. But that's just like my own personal definition of like what virginity to me is.
Am afraid of having sex. 3, 2, 1, go.
Wow!
You said I'm afraid, right?
Whoa, 63% of Instagram people agreed.
I'm actually kind of, wait, you guys are afraid of sex? I know my path. I will get married. I will have sex with my wife and it's going to be great.
That's very nice.
About that whatsoever.
People are afraid of having sex? I'm trying to understand, like back when I was still like way younger. I guess it's a scary thing to do it in a... I mean, it can be scary, I suppose, because you want to have as much control over it as possible, and a lot of young people these days just, have sex for the first time with just random people, and then, that can always end up in something bad, some bad way, whereas for this guy, especially because he's saving himself for marriage, there's nothing he's scared about because, the certainty and the confidence would be there. But, I wouldn't say you should be afraid of it. You should just be more careful to when and who you do it. Just a few thoughts.
You're like exposing yourself at your rawest form to another human being.
Who I love.
Who you love, yeah, okay, that's true.
Who loves me, yeah.
But you're not, at all, even nervous?
No. Not at all.
Damn, dog.
I mean, I'm talking right now, so I don't know how I'll be in the room.
Of course.
If it's a person who I love and we've dated and we know each other and we know how we work, communication is key. No.
I think a lot of the pressure does come from porn because it paints a picture in your
True.
mind that 90% of the time can't be fulfilled or satisfied. So if I'm gonna be having sex, right? She expects an iPhone Pro 12 Max instead of the 12 Mini. That's what some guys think, right? And, you feel like you can't live up to those standards because for the most part you probably can't. It's fake.
Bro, he's at least an iPhone Pro 12 Mini. I definitely agree. If you know me, I'm a big, I've studied lots of hyper-reality in my life and Baudrillard. And yes, what they said with the adult industry creates a very false sense of what actual, real sexual life is. But not saying it can't be that, just saying that more often than not, that's not what love making or sex is in reality. It could be, but not really.
I'm saving myself for marriage. 3, 2, 1, go.
I wonder if from the people that are saving themselves for marriage, how many are actually religious?
Saving myself for marriage was something I was taught growing up. It was something very indoctrinated to my mind. So, at a young age, I made that decision. I don't want to give that part of me to somebody else that's not going to take that journey with me.
I think the energy exchange between me and my future wife will just be so powerful that when we do get married, I'm just waiting for that moment. And I know that in the future years after that moment, it'll just be great sex after great sex after great sex, just because I've waited for that moment and it's something special to me.
Oh, that makes sense.
So I haven't been in a relationship and I'm not sure how I would act in a relationship. So that's why I'm on the just agree line, because I would love to save myself from marriage. That's what I am aiming for at this point. But I also haven't dated anybody or been in any relationship, so I don't know how I'm gonna act. I don't know.
She's very
if that's gonna
open-minded.
be my
I
first
really
love or
like her.
What type of pressure is going to be on me? So that's why I'm not on strongly agree, because I'm still a human and I don't know.
All power to people that actually save themselves from marriage, and which is a wonderful thing if you are doing it, and for yourself and for your partner, and it's great. But realistically speaking, right? And a lot of people that are maybe either religious or maybe just all around thinking they want to save themselves from marriage, one of the things that they don't consider is that the sexual chemistry is really important, and it might not be good, and then you might have gotten yourself into a marriage, then the love might keep going for a few years, but then it's gonna die down because you're getting used to one another, and then the sex is not good either, so that's quite a challenge. Moving on.
I enjoy watching porn.
I mean
2, 1, go.
Strong. Wow. Is everyone who strongly disagree?
It's a lot of dopamine, so we technically all do enjoy it, but it's the after the fact you realize like how horrible that was. You're watching two people have sex through a phone screen in the bathroom. It's kind of disgusting. I'm on like over 1,000 days no fap. I haven't watched porn in over 1,000 days, so I was exposed to it at like
1,000
10 years
days?
old. It's not natural.
That's
It's not
what,
healthy at
3
all.
years?
I try
Bravo!
not to watch it, but when I do watch it, I do enjoy it, so I have to be honest here. But I really have been trying to do more nofap, but I'm just not to 1,000 days or anything like that.
1,000 days!
Because I haven't had sex myself and experienced that, it's
She's
been
curious.
almost a tool for me to kind of learn and
Yeah, of course.
understand how sex works, because I didn't ever have a sex ed class or health or anything like that. There are different types of porn, right? Some are like more romantic and natural, I feel like, and some are a little bit
More extreme?
crazy.
Yeah,
There's
that's...
beauty to some that is natural and how it actually would be. I don't think it's all bad.
So do you believe that what you see in the porno videos is actually how people have sex in real life?
No, not in most.
See, that's a very interesting take. I never thought about it. It's educational, but it's really not. Like, it can be educational, but like, okay, I'll just put it right there, guys. Unless, I don't know, you are dating a person that is kind of a sex worker. Even then, your sex life at home is probably not going to reflect what's happening online or like in the adult movies, just for everyone's sake. So, like the guy said in the beginning, if you underperform as a guy, girl, whatever the couple, whatever your gender is, and you don't, replicate what you've seen online, don't be too harsh on yourselves. Yeah, that's basically what I think.
I think about having sex a lot. 3, 2, 1.
That's such a funny one. Oh my god. There's kind of in the middle. They're not in the middle. Okay.
For a while, I kind of low-key thought something was wrong with me because I never thought about it at all. It's not something that ever popped up. I always knew I was a little different because I just never thought about it or wanted to think about it.
I feel the same way, actually. I thought something was wrong too, and then one of my friends was like, well, maybe you're asexual. And
Yes, I saw that and I Googled it and I was like, is this me?
Yeah, and
But
I kind of took offense to it.
She took offense to it. That's just because the society puts a bad stigma on asexual people, I suppose.
Our culture focuses on women's virginity more than men's.
Our culture.
3, 2,
Well, that's...
1.
Wait. I actually think I disagree slightly, because it not necessarily focuses on women's virginity. It focuses on it actually pressures the guys to have sex. So, to some extent, it focuses more on the guy's virginity, because if you are a guy that's, I don't know, in his 20s, in his 30s, and he's still a virgin, he will be judged for it, condemned to some extent, whereas if you are a woman that saves herself for the right person, you're actually looked up to instead of being frowned upon. But I guess it depends on the angle you're looking at. Strongly disagree. Okay.
I have no idea.
You need to read it again?
No, I don't know.
I feel like men are more praised when they're a virgin. I feel like
What?
people put more attention on them whenever they are a virgin. It's a bigger deal.
I know growing up,
That's not true.
people who I was taught by
There's no guy that I've lived in different countries so far. I've met obviously people from all around the world, and I've had people from different cultures and different style of areas. And yes, maybe arguably in the UK people are slightly more understand. No. It's people are very judgmental if you're a guy and you're older and you're still a virgin. So what?
I would counter that by saying for a guy,
It's
you're
not true.
seen as like what's wrong with you, like if you're still a virgin.
Exactly.
Whereas if you aren't a virgin, it's like, okay, finally you're on our team now. You're normal now.
He gets it.
We almost kind of get like shamed, like who's that guy?
See, and the other guy agrees
Take
now.
a step for you.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's true.
So women get shamed for sleeping around, but
Right.
men get shamed for not.
Exactly.
Yes,
That's messed
that is
You know,
very
especially when,
accurate.
like, older male virgins get ridiculed. It's like, why aren't you like, having a girlfriend or something? Why aren't you getting married soon? Or, you're an incel then, right? It's just a different dynamic when it comes to, being
Perspectives,
ridiculed
yeah.
as a female virgin compared to like a male virgin.
A virgin.
Okay, that's what I wanted to know.
My religion. 3, 2, 1, go.
5 of them will go to yes. Only 3 of them went to yes. Okay, now I'm intrigued about the ones
It is
that.
my decision, but it is very much tied to my Catholicism and what we're taught about the sacred, just the holiness of the body and the soul, and the value that your virginity is, not even just, from a strictly biological sense, but the fact that you're willing to wait and you're willing to put off something that the world is trying to push on you.
Isn't being a virgin tied to every religion? Technically, they all say like no premarital sex.
Well, if you're not religious, though.
Well, no, not necessarily.
It's not tied to your beliefs.
Yes, I'm not religious. I don't go to church as much as I should, but it's my decision. It's not a religion for me.
The way
I want
see
more
it,
information. Why?
God put us here for reasons, and most people don't follow those reasons, but the few who do, they are rewarded for following the path. So I almost kind of see it as almost kind of like a superpower.
Okay.
That God is like, hey man, you're on my side, you're
I mean-
doing my work, you're walking my path, good work. Like,
I mean, it's true.
A pat on the ass from God. Wow. Do all virgins think the same? And well, we obviously found out that not all virgins think the same. What a surprise, ladies and gentlemen, but at the same time, I was really hoping like some of the people that said they're not doing it for religious reasons would actually explain a bit more why they would do it. Like what were their personal reasons? And if the reasons are as simple as, I'm saving myself, or it's like, okay, what inspired you to achieve or to attempt to achieve that? Thank you for watching Jubilee's reaction to Thank you for watching my reaction to Jubilee's Do All Virgins Think the Same? If you enjoyed, don't forget to like the video, drop a comment, and tell me what do you think? What were you thinking about those questions when you were a virgin, or what are you thinking now if you're still a virgin? Like, share, subscribe, and see you next time. Whatever I do, stay hydrated. Oh, happy holidays!